Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina. Happy Valentine's Day. It is just around the corner. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I've got a great show coming up here. Somebody with me to just tell us a little bit about what is going on in community development in Lancaster. But don't go anywhere because it's so very important. You got to hear this, and I'm going to ask you to spread the news. Folks, I've also got Ken Sprague. You know him from Hamburg Fireworks, but he's going to talk about the moose. And we've got a lot of fun information coming up here just minutes away. It's Down Home with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have got Lynda Berge with me. She is with the City of Lancaster. She is the Executive Director of Community Development. And I always love having somebody new because I get to find out all about them and what they do in their job, which is very important being the City of Lancaster and community development because we want to see the community develop. Right, Lynda?
Right.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Are you from Lancaster?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay. How long have you been in the position with the City of Lancaster?
I started in February of 2020,
How was that?
right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, I cannot even imagine because, like, community, you can't really be with the community
Out
or
in
do
the
so
community.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly we were on Zoom, and that is not being in,
Not the same.
not the same.
No. It takes away so much of getting the feel of what it's
Right.
like to be
Being
in
out
the
in the communities,
community.
out in the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
meeting people. Yeah.
What's it been like so far, minus that whole experience?
Other than that, it's been great.
Good.
Yeah. Our department has really grown. We've been able to bring in some additional grant funds for programming for our community. But I
Yes.
wanted to start actually and ask you a question.
Yes.
So when I say community development, what does that mean to you?
To me, I think of it as like you and somebody that is in that position in helping our community to grow and develop better. And what is it that we are and what we have here and what can you bring to? And I think that's probably what they did. And maybe I'm guessing when they interviewed you, what do you feel that you could do and bring into the community to make it better? And like I said, and growth. And for me, being somebody who I am out there and I get to meet a lot of people. And when I started in my media career 11 years ago, wow, we have grown so much. So I know I'm like, somebody asked me a question. I don't always have. Somebody said that to me just on the phone. They said, last night, they go, you need to be the one interviewed. I'm like, I don't know about that. But thank you for asking because I think that is a good question
Well, I
to
like
ask
to ask
folks.
because you never know, and
Yeah.
different people have their own interpretation, right, of what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah.
And if I just start talking about what we do, right, it may not have anything to do with what you thought we did.
Right.
But we support people in our neighborhoods here in Lancaster, residents and business owners, to improve their neighborhood.
Nice.
And that includes the houses and the businesses within that.
Nice.
That's how we define community development.
So tell me, what is some of the things that you have been working on and what has been received in our city for our community to make it better?
Right, so our biggest initiative right now, and something that I really want to share with your viewers, is we applied for and were awarded a $1.4 million grant 2 years ago. This was in my first year. Applied
Nice.
for it, received it, for lead abatement.
Okay.
So this is lead paint, other health hazards like mold, asbestos, so we can remove all of that from your home. And then recently, this is hot off the presses, hasn't even been in the Eagle Gazette, just recently applied for another $1 million grant, same uses. The first grant is restricted to families with children under 6, and that can be grandparents too. Like if children under 6 are in the home for a significant amount of time, either living there or visiting significant amount of time, that applies, and it applies to homeowners and landlords or tenants. Okay. And the second $1 million grant is for homes with children from 6 to 18, senior citizens, and people who are disabled. And this is not just the city of Lancaster. So we are spreading these funds out to the whole county.
Nice.
And so anyone who lives in Lancaster who's interested in the program would contact our office, Community Development, and we're on the second floor of City Hall. Yeah. And you can go to the city's website, and our phone number is, I'll just say it right here, 740-687-6663. Please give us a call. But if you live in the county, so if you live outside of Lancaster, but within Fairfield County, then you would call Community Action or look them up on the internet.
Lynda, how does somebody find out if they have the lead-based paint in their home?
Well, we will do the assessment.
Okay.
So our staff will do the assessment, or Community Action will do the assessment. Okay. So what we're asking people is, if you live in Lancaster and your home was built before 1978, that's when they stopped using lead paint, or you suspect that it's built before 1978, you may not know. Right. Again, that you meet those criteria of children in the home, either under 6, or you're a senior, or you have someone in your home who's disabled. Just call us, right? Okay. And we'll help you figure that out. And we have an application, so folks have to fill out an application. There is an income guideline, but I think it's very high. For a family of 4, it's $67,000. Okay. So family of 4 making that might not think that they would qualify for a program for lower income households, but we wouldn't want anyone to not apply just because they didn't think that they met the income guidelines.
Because in this case they possibly can.
They possibly can. Yeah. So we don't want someone to self-select and say, no, I'm not eligible, unless you know for sure you're definitely over that. Yeah. But even in that case, there is a tax credit through the state of Ohio for any improvements that someone makes to their home around lead abatement. Yes. That you can get a tax credit, and that's on our website also. And that does not have an income restriction.
It does not. Right. So folks who know, and those who, and this is specifically homeowners, correct?
Well, that Ohio tax credit is for homeowners.
Okay, right? That's for homeowners.
Our program is for renters also. So if you're a renter and you suspect that you have lead paint in your home and you have children, those other criteria, please give us a call. Then we'll work with your landlord, and it's in your landlord's best interest, right? Because we're coming in and improving your home. And the idea is really to have lead-free homes.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So you may, that tenant may move out, but then that apartment is a lead-free home.
Forever.
Exactly. And that's what we really need. So 70% of our homes in Lancaster were built before 1978. 70%.
Wow. And we have.
So chances are you're living in a home
with lead
that had lead-based paint at one time. Hopefully it's been removed, remediated, but if not, we have the funds to help to do that.
I am just almost floored that, and I think it's awesome that you're offering it also to the renters. Yeah. Because you're not taking out, I don't know what the percentage of those who do rent, but I know that there are quite a few that just have never been able to buy their own home for whatever reason. That's why we have great organizations like Habitat for Humanity, different things like that, and nonprofits to be able to help people too. But in this case, they work with the landlord to be able to, so it's going to be the income of the renter that they go off of.
We go off the income of the renter in that case.
Oh my goodness. So this is something where people just need to spread the news.
Yes, that's our challenge.
Let them know.
So we're working with the city of Toledo has a a lead-free program. They've been doing this for quite a while. So we've reached out to them as kind of a mentor for us because this is our first time, right? We've not had these funds and these funds come from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. So these are federal dollars. We haven't had this program here in Lancaster until now. And so we've reached out to them and we're saying, oh, we're reaching out to the community and we haven't had a lot of, people to apply yet. And they said, well, that's to be expected. You're just starting. You're just getting out there. But for us, we're like, no, really. Like, we need to get out there. We need to have people apply. We need to get in people's homes and get this lead out. Because lead, once and children are so susceptible because they're so small.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
It's very concentrated, in their small bodies. It never leaves your body. If you get lead poisoning, it never leaves your body. There are things you can do to mitigate it with nutrition and vitamins and minerals, but it's there forever. Yeah. And so, I don't want to scare people. It's hard to talk about it because I don't want to scare people and I don't want people, in their homes like,
oh my goodness, we got to do this.
Right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's serious.
Yes.
And there are children all over Ohio who are coming to pediatricians with high, elevated blood lead levels, and it's concerning.
Lynda, those folks who go to buy a home, and I know we're going to get ready to wrap up the segment here, but those who buy a home sign a waiver to buy that home. And those who don't know that, I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to leave the seriousness that if you have to sign something like that when you buy a home, that that your house may have lead-based paint and it may be there when you buy it. There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that.
Where can folks go to follow everything of what you've got going on with community development?
Right.
Website?
So go to the city's website, and there's a tab that on the homepage that says Government. You go down to Community Development. That's our webpage. But also the county's health department has information on. They do testing, for blood lead levels and like that.
Okay.
But everything that we have available for homes, for homeowners, for renters is on our website.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much for being with me.
Well, I really appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Folks, just spread the news. I don't usually ask, but just do it. Just do it. It's very, very important. It is the health of your family. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a minute. It's Down Home with Tina.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster. And we fell in love with the downtown area, where the fountain is, and the memorials, and the flags, and all this stuff. And we looked around, and I said, there's our bank, right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
It's Down Home with Tina, and welcome back. I have got Ken Sprague with me. Some of you may know him from a very well-known business. We're going to talk a little bit about that because his business is, you know him if you see him and you've probably heard the name, but if you don't, you're about to, because he's known for the fireworks, and that is huge in Lancaster and the surrounding community. I can't even imagine, but that's not what we're here. There's a couple other things that he's here to talk about. He's a fella that I know because I have friends who attended the Moose, and that's the local Moose. It is, which one is it? It's the Moose, Lancaster Moose 9?
Lancaster Moose 955 is the call letters for it.
So, tell me a little bit about the Moose. I know you guys have got so many great and cool things.
Well, the Moose has been around for a long time. It actually started back in the late 1800s and then the Lancaster Moose started in 1912. It was actually called Fairfield Moose when it first started, and then it was actually on Main Hill. There's a parking lot there now, but that's where it was for a long time, and then we moved to the 1201 Sugar Grove Road where we're at now in the early 80s, I believe, or middle 80s. So it's been around quite a long time. There's 1,200 members made up of men and women, and it's a great time to be there.
Of our local?
Yes.
1,200?
Oh yes, yes.
Wow.
There's over 1 million Moose members in the actual loyal Order of the Moose of all over the nation and Canada. So it's a big fraternal organization.
What is their mission, Ken?
So and this is one of the reasons why I got involved. And I've been a member since the early '80s. But and you also I should mention, one of the charitable organizations that benefits from the Moose is one that's very dear to my heart, and that's the charity Newsies. But they have similar characteristics and benefits. The Moose primary mission is to help Moose Heart and Moose Haven. Moose Heart is a facility in Illinois that's generated for children to be in a family environment and education. They have education, they have class there, they have sporting events there. And then Moose Haven is for our senior members in a retirement home down in Florida. So those are the two benefits of what we do and what we raise money from, membership and things. But we also help out numerous other local charities and as well as national charities too.
Yeah, yeah. You guys have, and you have the lodge, you also have the a banquet room.
Yep. We have a huge facility that's able to be rented for weddings or other corporate events.
Is that mostly for members, or is that for the public as well?
Well, we can have outside people come in too. There was an in-house caterer. We gotten away from catering, but you can hold weddings there and bring your own caterer in now.
Okay.
And the other thing that we use that facility, just because it's so big and of course it takes money to operate, is a bingo hall comes in now on Mondays and Fridays. It's not run by the Moose, but the Moose benefits from it. But anybody can come there and play bingo, and it's a big deal. There's a lot of people that come and play. So
somebody who is interested in becoming a member, how would they become a member?
Well, basically, it's usually ran through an actual member that's already a Moose member. But you can come down and fill out an application and get introduced to somebody, and I'm sure anybody would love to sponsor a new member.
What's expected of somebody as a member?
Well, there's certain characteristics about what we want you to do. We want you to be a family-oriented person and get involved with what we do there. There's events all year long. But it's basically an application. You get an endorser that helps sponsor you. It's a $35 yearly membership fee, and then the application fee for that one time is an additional $20.
Okay. And as a Moose member, what do you get by being a Moose member? Not only just giving back yourself and doing
it. So throughout the year we hold different events, and a lot for children. We do a Christmas party, we do an Easter egg hunt, we do Halloween things.
Nice.
So you're all part of that. It's all free to the members. We also do a family picnic in the summer that we bring everybody at our shelter house. We do corn and chicken and everything. So it's a family-oriented type of fraternal organization.
Very, very good. And I know that you also have events at the lodge itself.
Right. So throughout the week, the lodge, the social quarters is what we call, is open from 11, and on Sundays at 1. But we serve food. On Mondays, there's always a special dinner. We do like chicken or meatloaf dinner.
Is it still Taco Tuesday? How did I know that?
Yep.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesdays still do that, and then Wednesday to Saturday the mini kitchen's open where we have normal things like pizza and sandwiches that you can come and buy.
Yeah, the subs are delicious. I love the subs. I haven't had one for a while. I need to get in to get a sub.
It's a lot of the members come there and eat dinner, so it's good.
Do you do some of the some like special events throughout the week sometimes?
Yeah, so we have we'll do a karaoke night. We do DJs that come in periodically. We do a Friday night free jukebox, so you can come in and request anything you want to hear.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a good time, a good environment, social quarters.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like some place that you can just kind of go and chill.
Correct.
If you want to just chill out. What are some of the things I know that you have?
Well, I mean, again, the things that we do throughout the year and helps benefit a lot of the things that I said about the Children's and the Moose Heart and Moose Haven. But
do we cover pretty much?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a Valentine's dinner coming up, I guess I should mention.
Okay.
February the 12th.
Okay.
6 p.m. There's a steak dinner, and then we have an entertainer, Tim Oliver is the artist. So we'll have some live entertainment as well.
Some dancing.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole places anymore that really are, especially during the winter, that are offering that, where
Right.
you can go dance.
Yep. It's limited, very limited now.
And if you're not a member, can you be invited by somebody just to kind of try it out? Is that recommended or not?
Yeah, we
To see
encourage
what
all
they
of our
think?
members to bring guests because that's a way to entice them to be a
Introducing,
member.
yeah.
So,
Perfect.
and then the other thing is we do daily, weekly, and monthly drawings that you can win cash.
Okay.
So there's that fun too.
Yeah, yeah. It's worth coming over and
Yeah,
maybe
signing
meeting
up.
new friends.
Right.
Yeah, and having a good time. And dancing. I'm about dancing, the music and the dancing. Music and the dancing. No. Have we mostly got everything?
I think so.
Covered it.
I mean, we welcome everybody, but again, I wouldn't be involved if it wasn't fun and
Right.
benefiting the community.
Right, right. So how can folks follow the Moose? Do you have Facebook or anything like that?
There is a Facebook page,
Okay.
And there's also a website now. We have it's kind of a little hard, Lodge 955 at mooseunits.org. But I think if you just Google search Lancaster Moose 955, it'll take you right to it.
That'll be fine. Yeah,
Yep.
that'll be good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back because I want to talk with you about the other part of what you are so involved with. He said if it's not fun, he wouldn't be a part of it, which that's what, to me, fireworks is fun. So we're going to get to that in just a minute. You're watching Down Here with Tina.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jaron Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
It's Down Here with Tina, and Ken Sprague is with me, and he is owner of Hamburg Fireworks. As we're going to talk about it, he said if it's not fun, he wouldn't be involved with the Moose, Lancaster Moose Lodge 955. So life should be about having fun, you guys. And this takes me back. Now, I don't know how many years you've been doing the fireworks, but all I know is that this is one of my most memorable times, and I think it's just because it was community coming together, and it was the 4th of July celebration at the fairgrounds. It was the year that we had that horrible wind that came through and we had no electricity, and I wonder if it is, I should ask, maybe you should ask before, if that is probably record about how many people came out, because people just wanted to get out. They couldn't go inside, we didn't have any electricity, but it was amazing. It was just amazing that at that time, of course, pre-COVID,
Yes,
so
right.
we could sit together. Then,
Yeah, it was,
but yeah.
there was a lot of discussion whether or not they thought they should have it just because people were suffering. I mean, they didn't have power. They were worried about putting food on their tables and keeping food, you know.
But
So,
they didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't keep them in.
No.
Just
it was,
the
I was
opposite.
so happy that they decided to go ahead with it because, yeah, it was a
Yeah.
great time to do it.
When did you start the fireworks?
So my dad, God rest his soul, passed away in 1999. Started it in '72, and he literally started it just because he loved fireworks, and it was a hobby. Back then, he was a contractor, and he literally sold fireworks out of the back of his pickup truck. So that's how it all started. We moved to his house there on Hamburg Road, which is where the actual name kind of started from.
Oh.
And then about 1980s, when we moved to south of town there off of Horns Mill, and been doing it ever since.
Yeah, yeah. And you changed. Did you change the name, or what is that about? Because if there's a new name to the sign, which is your dad, Jerry.
Since my dad passed, and he was the founder of the company, we wanted to do something in his honor. So we named the retail store. There's actually two parts of the business: the commercial, the display side, and then the retail store we have down there. And we named the store after him. So that's where the Jerry's Fireworks came from.
And you just started to put that out there on the billboards and stuff? Is that why people are questioning it? Well, what's that? What's Jerry's?
Last year's when we started it, and everybody thought we was sold, but no, it was just in honor of my dad, who was the founder.
Awesome, awesome. So it's Hamburg Fireworks. It's still Hamburg Fireworks. Yep. What are some of the things that you guys do throughout the year for the community? We know you're very involved with that.
Yeah, so a lot of people think we just do fireworks in the summer and we all go to Florida in the winter, but no, we do stuff literally all year long. I mean, we're doing stuff. We do stuff. Last night we do sporting events all year long, indoor type pyrotechnics. They call it close proximity or special effect fireworks. We do that. Nice. And then tomorrow morning, bright and early, unusual as it sounds, we'll be setting fireworks off and Buckeye Lake for Winterfest.
Yeah. So the entire, everything what you do, it's all year long. Like, you just never know. You can accommodate people. They just call you guys and say, hey, I'm interested in this. Do you have this date available? How many can you do in one day? Do you have others to do?
So the biggest demand, of course, is around the 4th, and we're capable of doing over 50 shows in one night. So we got over almost 300 people that work for us in the summer to be able to do all those, because each show has to have, of course, a crew of guys that do it, or girls. Yeah. We do have some women that like to do it too, so we have crews that go out and do it.
It's all within the state of Ohio, or do you travel? Can you?
We do outside Ohio, but mainly Ohio and West Virginia. I mean, we'll do anywhere, but those are our two main places that we do annual shows.
Yeah, I just know that having you in our community and the different things and the events that you guys do you're just so appreciated. And it's just like even the Lancaster Festival, and people are just like, wow, they almost expect it. You can't retire, you know that, right?
I know. It's just like the newsies I mentioned in the news.
Oh, yes,
it's about us giving back to the community, and I just love being a part of that tradition. And I love fireworks just like everybody, and it's great to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you just as involved as you are. So you said chaired the newsies, the moose, and then you do the fireworks. I know that you work well and great with folks. So for the inspiration of what you do and what you are, you just get a little gift here. I know you weren't expecting it, so you just want to know. But because you are inspiration of what you bring and what you have, and you're about celebrating, and that's what life should be about, is celebration. And when you can do that and you have that capabilities, you just chose the right occupation, the right job to do. Nothing much, but I'll tell you what's in there.
I would like to mention, though, it's a really exciting time, even though people like to go watch the commercial and the special fireworks stuff. For the past 40 years, consumers weren't allowed legally to shoot fireworks in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And this recent legislation, House Bill 172, is going to allow consumers, for the first time in over 40 years, to use their own consumer fireworks in their backyard. So I'm really excited about this year. It's long overdue. As long as people keep safety in mind.
That's what I was going to say. Ask you guys.
You can do it.
Ask you guys,
can do it, exactly.
Right? That's what you're there for. You're there. Yep. You've got the supplies, product. You can just call you guys and ask the safe way to do it.
Yep.
Right? Perfect. Ken Sprague, Hamburg Fireworks, Jerry's Fireworks. So, folks, I hope you have a great week. I'll be back next week. God bless. Good day.